you. So first I thought, before finishing this piece, I thought about a title which was, "It's burning everywhere, the world is burning, the dikes are in charge, so breathe." Um, there, but I changed the title. So it's the same piece, same idea, but a different title. No flags, no anthem, a lesbian utopia. All the stories resounded continuously beyond the city. All the stories of the past were gently pulsing in the air like the music of the wind between the leaves of the trees. Here, Dyke have chosen to make this country the opposite of a nation. No flag flying on the buildings. Pride beating like a heart in the chest was enough. No national anthem that glorifies the powerful, the victorious, and leave others in the shadows. No. All that matters here is the sum of the stories. The singular story of these women who were once described as fat, scarred, handicapped, fragile, hysterical, boring, angry, radical, too thin, too shy, too sexed up, masculine, feminine, noisy, hairy, too lesbian. And because one must remember the stigmas so they never hurt again, the Dykes has built the city with history books. Thus, the centuries-old lesbian stories were everywhere, hanging on trees, in the river, in the heart of an apple. Everywhere. Carefully carved words engraved in the stone, rainbow neon lights lit up intermittently to remind spirits, young and old, of the victorious struggle of the past. And in harmony, as the world blossomed, ivy and hibiscus has covered all the tag of hate. Once a year, as the oceans turn blood red, the dykes abandon their activities to gather under the moon. Then, they make a big fire and for days and nights gather around it. The bodies become lights, torches, glittering fireflies. They remember with an emotional joy all the lives lost in battle. The sound of chains, the cries, the scratches, the wounds, the betrayal, the pain, the sadness. For 3 days and 3 nights, they spoke the names of all those who have fought long and lost much before the great lightning. Then, every night, the oldest hand of the city picks 2 names, 2 lesbians, who have the mission to tell in turn without stopping their story or the story of their family. First name, Sansa. She says, "My name is Sansa, which means season. My grandmother named me that way so I don't forget that my black skin is not a costume. It doesn't fall like leaves in autumn. It can't be confused with the one that burns under the summer sun. I am not black by choice, by envy, by mood. To be black is not a cape, not a garment that one wears during demonstration. It's not a profile picture. It's not the new fashion trend. It's not the next spring's color. It's not an usurpation. It's not a pension. It's not a complaint, nor a nightmare that prevents you from sleeping peacefully. It's me. Just me. Sansa. Before the great lightning, we heard all kinds of things, in addition to violences in a man's world and the beatings and injustices. We had to stand up to the winds of prejudice, even in our communities. We were told, We're all the same. To be a lesbian is not that. And after all, are we not all lesbian? One can be a little bit lesbian once in a while, right? I would answer, I don't know. I don't know if we are the same, or even if being lesbian is declared, is chosen with a snap of the finger. What is certain is that if it is a choice, it is always a struggle, a resignation, a renunciation of the quietness of family, friends, work, society as a whole. Everything always has to be redone, to be rebuilt, to be reconstructed, always and inevitably, even within feminism and even between the lines of good resolution for equality. We were told, oh, you are so cute, so pretty. Being a lesbian, what an idea, what a waste for the world. I would answer, what world is this? The one where we have to fight for our freedoms? The one where we have to debate for an inch of independence? Working twice, 3 times more without almost any recognition? Walking the corridor, breaking up meetings, proving, debating, almost begging for a few pennies? We were told, you complain all the time. You underline your differences. It's normal that you're on the margin. A minority within the minority. You aim for it. So I stopped. I stopped answering and I joined the dyke force. Around the fire, the woman had greeted Sansa's story with laughter, applause, and yoo-hoo of all kinds. Then, another woman took the floor. Noura. She says, my name is Noura, light. I was born at night during a roof glittering with stars. One more dike in a city between mountains and sea. Before the great lightning, I lived in search of the limit, in search of a happiness different from the one served in a kit or a can. With my imperfect body, my head in a storm, and with my desires in a complete disorder. I have cherished each of my cravings with the proud vanity of the oppressed. To ransack everything, to burn everything, and to watch the last letters of patriarchy burn with a pyromaniac appeasement. This is what my life was like before the great lightning, before living with you in this city. Then came the night when I caught desire in the apple of blue, green, brown, and black eyes. A mischievous hip, a lost hand, a murderous smile, and the evils that predicted a future made of sweet lips. One night, thousands of nights, her body against mine, bodies by thousands, deformed, out of the norm, bodies that squeeze together with pleasure. A zipper, a hand, finger that find, a neck, chewed lips, a breast, a fold, a shoulder, blood flowing in, temples beating to the rhythm of the pleasure that rises from the lower back, the hollow of the kidneys. Time stands still. The cracking of 2 bodies, 1,000 bodies, lost in sweat, 1,000 bodies that don't give a damn about the world, spread apart, suspended, skins subtracted from the eyes of man. Our lives that explode in kisses, that bless the goddess, Cyprian. At the time, Every day we heard some people say, "You are too provocative. Live hidden if you don't want people to look at you with lustful eyes." Every day we would hear, your embraces disgust us. They disturb the natural order of things." So I joined. So we joined the Dyke Force, and we loved each other more and more and more and more and more. On the third evening, in the city with no flags, no anthem, on that night of fire, the lesbians got up. They danced as close as possible to one another and sang every word hanging on trees, in the river, in the heart of an apple. Happy to live in a world that has finally changed. There. There is our radicality, our lesbian bodies. Imperfect body with its darkness, its incapacities, with its wrinkles and stretch marks, with its impulses, its beauty, its radiance, and its extraordinary banality. Our revolutions lies in our loves, our sexualities, in the political and assumed hedonism. This is our utopia. This is our lesbian utopia. To enjoy, enjoy, and enjoy endlessly, and to populate the world with our story. To be continued.